Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Thursday Night Live. Today is October 10th, 2024, and I'm happy to be able to share with you once again. So let me just do a couple of things here while people are coming on. As you can see, scrolling across the bottom of my screen is Happy Thanksgiving. Let's share what we're thankful for. No matter what our day is like, I'm sure there's something we can be thankful for. And before we really get started, I want to introduce myself. I am Marilyn, Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. And I am thankful for being in a warm home with beautiful colors outside, beautiful fall colors. And I'm really feeling for everyone in Florida and the eastern states who are dealing with the hurricanes and the damage that they have caused. I just can't imagine going through that. So our thoughts and prayers are with you. So please, if you've been here before, come on and say hi to each other. If you haven't been here before, come on and let us know where you're coming from. We love to chat and share. I have Faye with me again tonight to do some monitoring. Hopefully she can help answer the questions that I can't see and get to. And I'm going to start by sharing my screen like I usually do with a few things that are happening. That's a picture of the card that I made for a sample for tonight. I'm going to show you how. Today is the last day to get 40% off if you're a new subscriber to Paper Pumpkin. If you haven't tried that, the kits are amazing. So give it a try. You won't be disappointed. I'm asking for some help with sponsoring craft kits for Santa's Anonymous this year. Because the kits are on sale, I think I and a number of other demonstrators that you've probably heard from already think that it's a great time to support Santa's Anonymous by being able to donate kits to kids between 9 and 12. Doesn't have to be for girls or for boys. It can just be whatever. And if you would like to donate to that, I will have a blurb in my newsletter this coming week. But I'm asking for $30, which is the average price of a kit, or anything you can donate. Send it to me and I will purchase the kits at the end of the month, and I will make sure Santa's Anonymous gets whatever kits we can purchase with your donations and my proceeds of my commissions for all of those that I will be buying. So starter kit special is happening in October. You're always welcome to join my team. Love having people there. And the kits are up to 30% off. Great deals there again. These are a couple of new kits, and they are 30%. They are on sale right now for the kit promotion as well. So can't get better than that. And the scrapbooking brochure is always available, and some great things there that you can see. So with that, I'm going to quickly mention my classes. As you know, they're all on Zoom. Friday Zoom classes at 1:00. We have a ball. Other people teach it with me. And we just have a great time crafting together. So everybody's welcome. Let me know if you're interested. 12 months of Christmas card class was today. So I'm just going to flip down and show you what we made there. We did cards with the ephemera packs. So just a white base, and then added our own design for whatever we had and an envelope to go with it. We did this one with the this is the dies with the birds. Can't remember what they're called. And we did this one where the designer paper does all the work. So that's something similar that we do for Christmas cards every month. So if you're interested in joining me for some of those, just let me know. I can send kits anywhere in Canada, or you can purchase a PDF if you want to use your own products like some of the gals do. So we just, again, have a great time crafting together. The third Thursday of the month, I do a monthly card class. Same idea on Zoom. I send kits anywhere in Canada. And you're welcome to join by Zoom always. And there is a recording that I do send out afterwards. So welcome, everyone. Keep chatting. I'm going to quickly look at comments and see if there's anything I need to deal with. And while I'm doing that, I will show you my desktop again with the stamp set that I'm going to be using. So you can have a boo at that, and we will see what's happening. Lots of Thanksgiving comments. If I don't answer or if Faye doesn't answer, I will get back to it after. I will look at them all. Again, a reminder that if you're watching on YouTube, you can only see YouTube comments. Just a minute, I'm going to get rid of that. Sorry. If you're watching on Facebook, you can only see Facebook comments. I can see both of them, and I was hoping that Faye could see both of them, but I understand maybe that still isn't happening. I don't know if we don't have settings right or what's happening with there, but we'll keep working at it. So, just a few things here like this I can show. I'm hoping that eventually Faye will be able to show these and pop questions on for all of you to see as well. So thanks for your help, Faye, as always. Okay, so for my card, before I get to the card, I want to show you one other thing. There's a class I've talked about in my newsletter about a calendar. These are the ones I made last year. I used this designer paper, coordinating cardstock, and I used part of a Post-it note there to hold it up. And this is the one I've designed that I will share with you 2 weeks from tonight, or 2 weeks from today in the afternoon for this year's calendar. Same idea, same fold. I'm using different colors, but I will send you the list of what I'm using. And hopefully you've ordered your calendars from someone in Nova Scotia, I believe, Pam, down in your area. And will come fairly quick, so you do still have time. If you haven't already, you can register for my class, which does include a link on the registration form to order those calendars, and then we'll craft along together. So just would love to have you join me for that. Hello, Carmen from Chicago. Happy Thanksgiving to you and all your family. And just a side note, I heard from your brother yesterday. It was wonderful. So anyway, this is the set I'm going to use. But before we get to the stamping, I want to show you how I make a background using painter's tape. Now, I've had this tape for quite a while. I did do a video with the same technique. When I look back, it was in 2020. So right after COVID locked us all down. And because I went back to look at it, you know what YouTube does? They started showing me YouTubes on this technique. And most of the ones that the other gals had done were done in 10 or 11 years ago. So this technique's been around for a long time. But maybe some of you haven't seen it, or maybe you need a refreshing course. Now, I see a question by Ines. Can we find last year's calendar? The calendar itself, I don't think he has anymore. The actual base and how I made it is what I'm going to show in 2 weeks, Ines, and you've registered for that class. So hopefully that answers your question. So for this, I've just got a base as normal. I have got a piece of black so that my front stamp layer done with the painter's tape is going to show up, and then that. I've made 3 other samples with different colors and a bit different design, but I'm going to give you the choice here for colors. So you tell me, do we want to do this one in the oranges or the pinks and purples? And I'm going to wait for a few minutes and just quickly read some of the Tracy, thank you. One of the first techniques you saw me demonstrate. I was pretty new back then. I watched that today and thought, oh my, we have come a long ways. So that's a good thing, right? Hello, Yvonne. Hello, Pam, Karen, Gail. Good to see all of you. And thank you so much for always joining me. I just really, really appreciate you being here. So, okay, we have got orange, orange, pink, 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 pink. And thank you, Linda. Linda has some calendars left from that last year. So we'll sort that out after Linda with Ines. So thank you for offering that. So I think we've got more pinks and purples on this one. So, and we'll see how the time goes. I do have paper that I could do both. So maybe we'll end up doing that. Let's just get started and see. So I don't think it matters what color you start with. I'd usually just sit here with either my papers, which I can reach and I'll show you what I have. I think I've shown you these before, but I have every color, a piece of cardstock from every color. I do go to, like this one is Highland Heather, and I look at these, but I also, oh, sorry, sidetracked again. Here's Ines says it was the design she was talking about, Linda, so I think we're good on the calendars. Thanks. I can lay out the colors like this and see if I like how they look together. Whoops, I've got bubble bath out here, not pretty and pink. Anyway, you get the idea. So I keep those on a ring and I use them. I use them just about daily when I'm designing. So I also, because when I do my PDFs, I give you the number of the cardstock and the number of the ink. I have that on the front of mine as well. So it it helps me. So hopefully you can do the same kind of thing. So I'm going to start, in my case, this time with the lighter color. Now, all you need to do is have your paper, decide which way you want the colors to go. And I think on this one, I'm going to go this way, just because. You need a piece of tape longer than where you want the ink to be. Couple of tips that I've seen recently is fold over the ends so your fingers have a place to hang on to. And, oh, Karen, have to interrupt and read this for you. Karen's husband has been in the hospital for a long time, and she just said, I'm incredibly thankful for all of you, my friends, and all of your support over the last few months. Hubby is home, and things are all coming together. Love you all. Oh, wow, Karen, that is the best Thanksgiving news ever. Way to go. Okay, so back to this. All you need to do to ink it up is to, whether you put it on like this, or try not to get your fingers in it. But because I want it to go crossways, I need a little bit more area of ink. And then you just, see if I can, you just lay it on your paper and rub it again. And then it will give you an image. Tricked you, Pam. She thought I was going to put the tape on the paper and color over it with something. That is another technique where you can use it with masking for sure. But this one, I really kind of like the background, the way it does it. So I'm going to leave that just on there for now. And I'm going to do the other colors. So same idea. You're using the masking tape as a, I'm going to do that a little different, as a stamp virtually. Now, the other thing that I discovered in my research again is you can also use washi tape. Now, this washi tape, those of you who've been around with me for a while know that it's quite old. And even when we were using more washi tape, I found that it sometimes tore my paper. So I don't use it very much, but I am going to use it here just for a different width. So same idea. I'm going in the next color and I'm going to try to not get my fingers inky by using a block to push it down in the color. And the other thing that you might want to leave it on your ink pad and not throw it out right away is that you might want to make another, like if you were going down and making a whole bunch of strips, it would work well. So, and then I'm going to go back to this one. Now, the other thing that I've learned again in watching YouTubes, as I often say, I love learning something new each day. So for me, that's my relaxation when I have a coffee or whatever. Is one lady took this, and because she wanted narrower, not necessarily the width of the washi tape, she cut it in her paper trimmer to make it, instead of, if it was 1 inch, to make it a 2 inch, or if it was 2 inches to make it a 1 inch, go the right way. And therefore she got different strips, different size strips. You can overlap them. I'm not going to on this, but they're all different. Whoops. And obviously, I didn't press that one down far enough, but I can go back. I can see there's ink there, and it colors it a little more. And if I wanted more, I could, but I'm going to just carry on with my same rotation of colors. And we'll end up probably with only that many, not the third color in there. So keep in mind, I had those other 3 colors there, and like I say, we may have some time to do that here, but I'm going to get rid of these and close my ink pad because I'm just a little leery of what might happen. So I had Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia, and Bubble Bath. Like I say, these colors are pretty true when you look at them. So I like how it turned out. Now I'm going to stamp my image, which I have here from that stamp set that we talked about. But I learned earlier that I should stamp my greeting first. And that way I don't get the stem of my flower where it shouldn't be. And the only reason I'm going vertical with this is because this is a fairly big stamp and I want it as my focal point. And I will have to remember that this is a fairly juicy ink pad, so I don't want to start mucking that with my fingers right away. So all that needs to happen now is that I need to put it on my card. I could embellish with some glimmer, which I haven't grabbed, so bear with me while I do that. Because I think this one would really look good with some, maybe even some purple. Somewhere I have purple. I don't think, okay, couple purple in that one. So as I'm pulling these out, you guys can help me decide. You can see there's a few purple in there. There is a regular pearls, there's a regular rhinestones. There's a lighter purple in that one. I thought I had. This one. I was thinking. That Ines is asking, was that memento or stays on? It's memento. I very seldom use stays on unless I need it for the coloring with the markers. Okay, so that's going to go on my black on there. You can see it is curved a little bit, which means that it is quite damp, wet, I guess you would call it. But I'm thinking, I don't think we need the pearls and the rhinestones because we've got some purples here that we could use. That's pretty dark. That one's quite nice. And of course, can't do that very well. Oh, I think that's going to be the one. So, sorry, after I told you you could help pick, I'm going to pick that one. So I'm just going to adhere this. You could do dimensionals, but I think with the texture that the sorry, I've got this still up here. Honestly, we got to get that working so that you can help me do the spotlighting like that. Isn't that great how the black just makes it pop? And I like to turn it over like that. And then I think I will put dimensionals on the back of that. Just to give it some dimension, right? And then I will add some of those. And bear with me if my head's in your way. So there's our card, and going to put I haven't used the same color of ink as these are, but I'm just going to do that with them. And there we go. Oh, Betty, that's too bad. Betty's having issues on her end with not being able to chat. So, sorry, I can't help you from this end, Betty, but I would if I could. So let's see if we can do another one. We're got time. You've got time. I'm going to do one crossways with these other colors, and then everybody has had their choice picked. And when I show you the other ones, I'll show you. You'll see that I did use a bunch of other colors. Okay, clear the gray here. Open the ink, please. I'm going to start this time with the darker one. And again, lots of people I hear say, oh, I don't know how to pick colors. I don't know how to do that. It doesn't matter. Most of the colors go together. Just pick what you like. And I like, as you know, I like things exact and purposeful and whatever. But I do like this technique where it's kind of rough looking. So I'm stepping out of my box. I am, whoops, move that over there so you can see it. What other images would work well? Any, this is a question from Yvonne. Good to see you here again. Other ladies, help me with this. Any of the, even this one that we did last week with an outline like that so that it doesn't have to be filled in, I would say works. But there's lots of demonstrators and other card makers on here, Yvonne. I'm sure you'll get some great ideas. Or we all will. I, of course, am limited to what I have on hand right now. So that's why I picked that one. But so let's see. Okay, Tracy says any line work. Well, Tracy, can you explain that a little bit further as to if you mean just like an outline? I'm guessing, right? Which is what that silhouette one is kind of an outline. I'll put it where you can see it there. And if any of you have specific stamps that you think would work, bring that on as well. Okay, where did my washi tape? No, I don't want that because look at I've got a mess on there. I'm going to go back with just alternate these colors down again. Mainly this one because I made a mess and I need to cover up that spot. Oh, I'm not doing very well with that one, am I? Let me try again. Could you imagine kindergarten kids doing this? I think they would have a great time. Of course, you'd want them to be wearing painting shirts and aprons and stuff because they might get it all over the place. Carmen, maybe your little boys would like to do this. You could have them make a card and send it to me. Wouldn't that be wonderful? So again, I'm not keeping this paper, but, and I'm going to try and clean this up. Okay, here's another suggestion. Sketched butterflies would be lovely. Page 68, the annual catalog. Thanks, Faye. That's great. Betty's, oops. Line work is open designs without shading. Okay, thank you. Pam says, oh my gosh, kids would love doing something like this. And painter's tape, I have the green. It does say green painter's tape. One video I watched today, it was blue. And another one, she mentioned that if you don't have painter's tape, just take some of the sticky off of your regular masking tape. And oh, Betty, I love it. Because she was so frustrated with not being able to comment, she's going to have a piece of pumpkin pie. Isn't that a good idea? I agree, Betty. Enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use this same stamp. I may put my friend in a different spot so it's really visible. But, maybe I'll put it over here this time. And if I would have thought of a second stamp set, Yvonne, I certainly would have had it out here to try, but I wasn't really thinking that far ahead, obviously. So there is our second one. And I will finish it. And then whoever's going to win this for next week, you will have to tell me when your name is drawn, which one you want. I will give you that choice. Like I say, I have a few other samples to show you that I think you'll quite like the variety of what you can do with them. Plus, I have some more card swaps that I've received I want to show you at the end. And so please don't run away. Plus, our usual draw. She'll take that. When her name is drawn next week, she's already told me she wants the pink and purple one. I will probably need help remembering that, but and Judy says the purple one as well. I obviously have ink on my fingers because I've got ink on here now. But this one I'm just going to mount. Oh, did I cut it the right size? Yes. On here. And that one, I think I will use, I've got some sequins in fall colors. How many of you use the sequins that we have? To be honest with you, I do have them because I like seeing the actual the real thing rather than just in the catalog. But not many of those look good. I got this one. It's a new gold one, but I'm not really excited about it. That one maybe. We'll pick from those. And I see a question that I would like to pop on here. Catherine, it would work if you used wider tape, made a blue sky, green bottom of trees, and stamped mountains on top. True. And the one other one that I watched today as well, she did that. She had 2-inch tape, and this is 1-inch tape. And she made a wide blue one, dark blue, then lighter, and then a real light one. And she put a ship as though it was sitting on the dark blue. So exactly as you're saying, Catherine, it would look well. Bonnie could use Wink of Stella on the flowers, true. And Ines likes the smaller strip. Yes, so many choices. And that's what I really wanted to help you see, that it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It can be just whatever works for you. And I hadn't thought of the cutting the washi, or not the washi tape, the painter's tape in I hadn't thought of cutting it in half. Those look like yellow cough drops to me or something. I don't know about that. But anyway, so many possibilities. So many possibilities. You're right, Karen. I'm going to just move this so I don't get ink all over stuff. And got my cleaning cloth on there. Not a good idea. So there's the 2 cards from tonight. I hope you enjoyed them. I'm gonna get rid of that. And as always, I put your name in a draw. Everybody who's commented from tonight until next week. And for last week's card, that's what it's for. The winner is Carmen. This will be coming to you. So thank you for commenting. And now I want to show you the other ones I made with this technique. The first one I did is the one that you saw in the beginning. And I used a gray and a couple shades of green and made the border for the black quite a bit wider. Now watch this screen now has changed. I did this one with the pecan pie, the old olive, and the, I want to say Flirty Flamingo, at an angle. I also, and I don't know if you can see it, but I did run it through an embossing folder and then put a tag on it for the greeting. And then I did this one with different shades of blue, and I used Versamark and the new silver embossing powder. Turned out wonderful. As you've all said before, I'd never used it before, but the embossing powder is great. Great. So questions? Yes, Mary, welcome. Tracy Taylor, yes, she is in Canada. I can answer that question if she doesn't see it. She is in Saskatchewan. So okay, so those are those. Now for some other just ones that I've received recently. This one from Maggie, a happy Thanksgiving one with a little button on it. Isn't that cute? Love it, Maggie. Thank you so much. And it is kind of a different layout. You open it this way and this way. So this one from Lorene, another happy fall, y'all. And leaves around the background for a background, another background idea. I love the different background things, and just we'll keep sharing periodically different ones with you. So thank you for Lorene for that one. These are my team swaps. This one is from Lori with some die cuts and this sparkly paper on it. This one from Linda with designer paper leaves like we use today in our Christmas card. And it's our usual fold, our usual piece, but it's got a different layout on the front. Just love it. Another one with leaves. I'm so glad you're in my life. Your friendship is something I know I can count on. Now, those words really mean something to me. So I welcome all of you and I thank you for your friendship. This one from Bonnie, another neat fold. Thank you, Bonnie. And a set that I don't have, so it's always nice to have a sample. And sorry, trying to read comments, but I'll get back to them later. This one from Faye with other leaves, again, different colors. And if I'm correct, Faye, I would think that you probably put masking across here, whether it was tape or not, or just a piece of paper, and then did your stamping on either side, and then took it off and did this stamping. Faye's comment just popped up and said, I sure did. So Ines, someone had asked way back earlier about masking otherwise, and that is another type of masking for that. So thank you all. Now I'm going to go over to my share screen and we'll do the giveaway. So I think this works. 16 of you on here. Thank you so much for joining me and for commenting. You do not have to comment any certain word, like a lot of systems ask you to say this or say that. All I ask is that you comment, even if you just come on and say hi. Your name will be in the draw. So I hit the button and there will be 3, and your name will not show up again a second time if it's drawn. Tracy. And please, if you have not received anything from me in the mail and your name is drawn, be sure and send me your mailing address, because otherwise I can't get it to you, right? And I'd love to share cards with you. The cards I send will be usable. Karen G. I have to remember the G because there's a couple of you on here. And they, if you can't use them, re-gift them to someone else. They are cards either I have made or I have got in swaps. And I just love sharing with all of you. So thank you so much, ladies. So anything else that needs to be replied to, I will go through everything afterwards and answer you. If you've asked a question on YouTube and it hasn't been answered in our event, I will probably email you or message you on Facebook, because I can't get back into YouTube and answer you per question there like I can on Facebook. So just so you know, I'm not ignoring you. I will get there sometime. So please, as always, comment, like, share. Let me know what you want to see next time, and I will try and find it and do it for you. I love sharing with you. Take care now. Bye.